Hello. I know it's been a while since I made a video for you, but May Day is coming up. That's the 1st of May. And a long time ago, I know, back when my pet dinosaur bucked and I hit my head on a rock, long time ago, people would make May baskets and put treats and flowers in them and then drop them off at a friend's house. But the trick was they would drop it off at the door and knock and run and then go hide and watch them discover the May basket outside the door and look around to see if they could catch who it was. That was the trick to not get caught. So I'm going to show you a few May baskets. The first one is really simple. You're just going to need some paper and some tape. And you can decorate it however you want. I'm not going to take the time to decorate this because I want to spend more time on showing you something else. But you can decorate, excuse me, I've been eating popcorn and you'll find out why. And I got popcorn in my throat. But you can decorate the inside and the outside of it. It doesn't matter. But you may want to practice curling it up. So you're just going to make a cone like this. This is going to be a pretty big one, but it's okay. And how I do that is I take the bottom part and I act like I'm going to fold it, but instead of folding it, I'm going to tuck one inside the other. See, one is inside the other. And then I'm just going to slide it together and squish it a little bit until it's the size that I want. Okay? And then I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to tape it in a couple places just to hold it together so that it won't slip. Now, if you want to tape it together and then decorate it with markers or paint, you can do that too. Or maybe cut out shapes and glue on there. You can decorate it however you want. And then you can put a handle on it. And here again, I have a long strip of paper that I've already cut. And yep, these are two-sided. Each side has different colors. It could be whatever color you want, as long as it is bright and cheery. And this can be taped on the inside or the outside. It doesn't matter. That's your choice. Whichever one you think looks the best to you. And okay. And then I fill it with the goodies. You can put popcorn in it. You can put flowers in it. I like the violets and the little pretty flowers that show up in the yard. And if you pick anything else other than dandelions or violets, then ask a grown-up before you pick it, okay? All right, and here's another quick and simple one. You can take any cup. This is a little yogurt cup. And I've already pre-measured, and you can pre-measure it with the help of an adult. And I just rolled it. I just set it on the edge, and I just marked the paper, and then I cut it. And here again, we're going to need some tape. And I'm just going to put it on the edge there. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put it on the edge. I'm going to tape that right there. And I'm just going to roll this around. And it's going to overlap quite a bit, and that's okay. It can do that. It's not a problem. And it's kind of slipping out of my hand there. And here again, you can decorate it however you want. You can paint, you can use magic markers, you can glue things on it however you want. And if you think that it's sliding a little bit, Put a piece of tape right over the top of that. Works just fine. This one doesn't have a handle, but here again, you can put a handle on it with just a strip of paper. Maybe you have pipe cleaners. You can do that. If you have a grown-up that can help you, or if you're good with making holes in plastic, then use a paper punch, hole punch, and punch some holes in it and run the pipe cleaner or yarn or whatever you have. Okay. Another one, and this one I've gotten done, is just a regular plastic cup. And I have painted on this one. It says Happy May Day, May 1st. And then I just put a bright sunshiny on there because we are so happy when summer gets here. I've got popcorn in it. And just for fun, I had this little seashell that I had painted. And I'm put that in there too. And I'm going to take a couple flowers. They've been in water, so I want to kind of dab them off a little bit. I'm going to put a flower in there and move over popcorn. And I picked a blossom off of one of our trees. It's my tree, so I can do that. If it wasn't my tree, then I wouldn't be able to do that. I would have to ask Mom and Dad or the owner of it. Let's see how nice that looks. Okay, and you could put more flowers in there if you want. Okay, now this is the more time-consuming one. All right, this is going to be weaving. And what I've done already is I have cut a whole bunch of long, skinny strips of paper. If you want them to be exact, then get a ruler. And if you're not sure how to use a ruler, then maybe you can ask somebody for help and measure out 1/2 inch or 1 centimeter wide and draw the lines and then cut on the lines. But I've already gotten my strips cut out. And what I did here is I taped 4 of them up here just to hold them in place. And I have also taken one and I folded it in half right here. And I took my pencil and I made a little mark on that. This is going to show me the halfway mark, and I'm going to show you why that's important here in a minute. So I've got these 4 on here. I'm just going to go ahead and take these out and show you what I've done here. So I've got 1, and I've got my marks right here. And that is I'm going to have 1 there and 1 here. Okay, they're going to be side by side. So here's the first one, and then I'm going to weave. I went over this one, so I have to go under, and then I'm going to go over, and then under this one, and over that one. Okay, so I'm going to scooch them up until I see that halfway mark. Okay, there they are. I'm going to make them a little bit more bold so that you can see them a little bit. Okay, so can you see those pencil marks right there? And that is right up against that. And I've got a mark on here to show that it goes between the 2 middle ones here. And the same thing with this one. All right, so I've got those 2. And I'm going to have a different, I want to use this one again. Okay, so I have to go over and under and over and under. I've got my halfway mark. Okay, right there between the 2 middle ones. And then my last one. I could have it pink, but I want it on red. You can choose whatever colors you want. Okay, so I need to go over, under this one, over, and I need to go under this one, come on, and over. I've got my halfway mark that goes between the two middle ones right there. Okay, so now I've got those. And it really helped to have these taped in place. That kept it from wiggling around. I'm going to pull those tapes off, but it helped to have it on there right now. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom of my basket. And now I'm going to fold it up right there where that one starts. And right there, I've got to hold my finger there to make a crease. Right on the edge of this red piece of paper. Folding it up. And folding that up. And right there on the edge and folding that up. Okay, so, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Folding it up and over. Folding it up and over. Folding it up and over. And folding it up and over. Okay, see how that's going like that? And here we go, folding this up and over. Up and over. Up and over. Up and over. Okay. Now I've got to untape these. So that's there. Got to line it up so that it doesn't move. And holding that one there. Very carefully. You might just have to cut the tape from between them. It's okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Yep, it kind of come apart, but that's okay. I can scooch it back together. It's not a big problem. When we're doing weavings, sometimes we have to re-scooch our stuff. Yes, scooch is an official term. All right, so I'm putting that up and that up and that up. Okay, so now I have my sides. They're going to go up like this. Okay, let's see that? That's going to be the bottom. Now remember, I have all of these others over here. Well, I'm going to start in, and I'm going to tape the first one in. So I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to tape it on the outside, and I've got to take it under this one. Oh, this is going to look crazy, but it's okay. If you want to put a piece of tape across the bottom to help hold everything in place, that's not going to hurt a thing. There, now that is not going to, it's not going to come apart. All right, so now for the tricky part. We're on the outside, so I have to take this around it and go under. Sometimes I just have to push this back. And then under and over. Okay, so it's over, under, over, under. And then I'm going to go around this one in here. Again, if you want to put a little piece of tape there to hold that, that's perfectly fine. That's fine. Nobody's going to think any less of you if you use a little bit of tape. So I went under, so now nope, I got to go over. And under. And over that one and under this one. Okay. And here again, I'm going to put just a little tiny piece of tape there, kind of wrap it around the bottom. And I'm going over. I'm going to put a little fold there to make it stay there, fold. And then I go under. Oops. Here we go, under, over, and under. All right. See, this is the more complicated one, and this is the one that I knew would take the most time on this video. But it's kind of fun. I'm just showing you different ideas. Okay, under, and then we go over, under, over, and under again. Okay, and here we are back at the beginning. And I'm just going to follow the same ones over, under, and I'm going to tape it again. Okay. All right. So we're starting to see the sides form just a little bit. And that was a lavender, so I'm going to do red this time. It doesn't matter where I start. But since this one's over, I'm going to have to start on the underside. And I'm going to tape it. If you have a lot of patience, you can use glue, but taping is quicker and easier. Okay, so I'm under, so I have to go over, and then under, and then over. Whoops. There we go. Under, over. Okay, checking my work as I go. I'm over, so I have to go under on this one, and then over on that one. Look at it carefully. And then I have to go under, and then over. I put a little fold there. Whoa. Under, over, under, and over. There we go. Double check my work. Okay. So I'm over. I have to go under, and then over, and then under, and then over. Okay. And then, okay, over. So then I go under, and then over, and then under, and then over. Okay, and then I'm back where I started. So, okay. And I'm just going to tuck this back behind. All right. Scooch things down. I didn't tape that one, and now it's trying to slide up. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to tape that one down because it's just not wanting to stay put. And the same with this guy. Okay. I missed it. You know, I laugh at myself when I make mistakes or when something doesn't quite go right. Because, you know, it is kind of funny sometimes. And it's okay to laugh at yourself. It's okay. All right, so this one I'm going to tape on the inside. Okay. All right. Now I could go one more, but you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to put loops on the top of it. So I'm going to curl each one in. And I'm going to tape it in, tape it down. And this one I'm going to, if you're really good at it, you can just flip it over and tuck it back in to where it was. But it's okay, you don't have to. so I'm putting loops on this one. Okay. It's kind of tricky a little bit, you know. You can weave on anything. You can weave with yarn, you can weave with paper, you can weave the cup, this cup right here. If you were to cut long slits down like this, then you can take paper or yarn and you can weave in and around the slits. There are so many different things that you can weave. And the baskets, the May baskets, they're fun. They are so much fun to make and to put together. I think I'm going to tape this one too. You can, like I said, you can make cones. You know what? Now I'm going to kind of fold these out and flare them out just a little bit. Ta-da! Look at that. That makes it look kind of fancy. And let's see, the things that you can put in the basket. You've already seen I put some popcorn in it and some flowers and a special little pretty thing. Maybe you've got some little toys that you no longer want, or you have left over from birthday party or something like that, that you can get a whole bunch of them in a bag. Maybe you're really good at making friendship bracelets. And friendship bracelets would be fantastic to put in these if you're giving them to your friends. If you're giving them to neighbors, like elderly, old people neighbors, I know I kind of qualify sometimes, but maybe not so much a toy or a bracelet, but maybe if you write a poem or have a nice little note, maybe your neighbor lady or the lady down the street always has beautiful flowers, or she has a really nice cat that you get to play with sometimes, or maybe the dog, maybe you get to play with her dog. You know, maybe you can write a little note saying how much you enjoy that, or how nice it is that she is your neighbor. Okay, so there we go. That's kind of fun, isn't it? And I'm going to tape on my handle in the middle right there, and I'm going to turn it over and tape it down over here. And tape it. Yes, I'm using a lot of tape, but it's okay. All right, so I picked some flowers and I kept them in water to keep them fresh for a little bit longer. Okay, this is really long, so I'm going to trim off some of it, and I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to kind of dry it off. I don't want it super duper wet when I put it on my paper. So I'm just going to arrange these. Maybe you have some Skittles or M&Ms. Maybe you want to put trail mix in it. And the possibilities are endless. Anything that is cheerful and happy and would bring a smile to somebody's face. Face it, we've had quite a winter, and spring hasn't gotten off to a really good start yet, has it? So we're all kind of bummed out a little. So, all right. And these are some of my own flowers. They're tiny. I don't even know what they are, but they're really pretty. Put these in there. And then some violets. Oh, that's a really long stem. Oh, there's some, another white flower. Drop my tissue. Dandelions are really cheerful, but just know that they wilt really, really soon. They don't last very long unless they're in water, and even then they don't last very long. This is a lighter color violet. Another lighter color violet. All right, so I've got several of these, and that's kind of dry. I'm going to put some popcorn in it. And like I said, if I had some Skittles or M&Ms, I would put them in it. But this one's really all about the flowers. Okay, and let's see. Anything else I can put in there? I think it's pretty much done. I am going to put a message in here, and I'm going to write to a nice neighbor from, put a question mark on there because they're supposed to guess. I'm going to make this kind of fancy. If you have scrapbooking scissors, those are nice to have, and you can do all kinds of fun things with them. Maybe you could use scrapbooking scissors to cut around the edge of your cone paper, which on mine came untaped. Okay, so to a nice neighbor, I'm just going to slide that down in there. Now it's ready for me to go put on a neighbor's doorstep and knock and run and hide. You do this on May 1st, on May Day. And hopefully it's not raining that day. And hopefully you can be real sneaky about it. Alrighty. So have fun making May baskets. And the best thing about it right now, you don't have to do it in a crowd. You do it all by yourself so we can observe our social distancing. So, see you later. If I can get it turned off.